A DoorDash delivery driver completely blasted one of his customers after he delivered her a $20 pizza and received a $5 tip. Listen to his, he called her out and the Ring camera caught it all.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
You're welcome.
Oh my god!
He's like "F you" as he walks away.
And walked away.
That's messed up.
It is.
Yes!
I delivered pizza in college, and on a $20 order, if you got $2 is probably standard, but $3 or above, you're happy.
But that was years ago, though.
Well,
No, even now, that's still very good.
it was one pizza.
Yeah, for $20.
One pizza.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to tip like you are in a restaurant when you get a delivery, like the percentage?
No.
I don't think so, because, I mean, well, prices have all gone up, but if you get like $10, somebody drives to your house and you give them like, I'm going to give you $2 or $1.50, that's kind of weak.
So what is it? So, but this order was $20 and it was $5. That would be like 25%.
Yeah, I think it's a good tip.
I do too. $5 on it was actually $22, but it was one pizza.
Right.
And it was like I don't know.
I've also delivered pizza and gotten stiffed many times.
Yes, that now
you
that's
drive to their house and
unacceptable.
they just give you nothing.
Yeah.
But has the standard gone up because of inflation and everything else and gas prices? Are we supposed to be tipping more than 20%? I guess you're saying that you don't do it by percentage, but
I never have pizza. I was just kind of feel like it'd be anywhere. I mean, if you have a huge order, then I think you go up with the order.
I mean,
if you had $100 worth of pizzas, then you try to, maybe do 20%. But
what if you're ordering like pizzas? I can understand because it is a lot of boxes and maybe you have to make 2 trips. Like if you're ordering that many pizzas, right? I can understand you make it worth their while. But what if I'm ordering $65 worth of Chinese that comes in one bag?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is the correct? Because I would probably do $5.
Yeah,
it's
Is that too
$5
low?
tip. I don't know, but $5.
because I don't want this guy coming to my neighborhood and saying that. That would be terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, at your neighborhood?
I just think he should. That behavior is inappropriate.
Oh, I agree.
100%. I don't care if you got stiffed. It's like that behavior is inappropriate.
No, 100%. It made us think though. What is the best tip you've ever gotten? If you as a waiter, a delivery driver, a waitress. 800-682-1075, the biggest tip, an OnlyFans model, whatever.
Whatever you are.
The biggest tip you've ever received, in Jason's neighborhood. I mean, I'm surprised you even let commoners through.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have like a
You know, one of those things that people have to drive through, and you're like, "Hi, I'm here to see the Goodmans," and then they buzz you through.
No. Like, do you know them?
No. But I would say I thought $5 would be decent.
would
That's
too.
what
That's
I'm
good
worried.
time.
I don't usually get delivery because any type of DoorDash stuff and all that stuff to me adds up to a lot of money. But pizza, I get delivered, right?
Yes.
It's not through DoorDash. I thought that would be a good tip. Even if it was like, if I get 3 pizzas, I might $5, $6, $7 max.
And I don't know
That
where
might be too low. I might be wrong.
No, I mean, I'll deliver your pizza then if you're going to go. But and I don't know where she ordered from, if it was a chain or not. But then there's a delivery charge that she already paid more than like. Well, if she did DoorDash, she definitely paid.
She did DoorDash.
So she probably spent an extra $15 just for the delivery itself.
Because they up the price of the pizza. They charge you the fee. Then there's the tip that you're leaving. I mean, it's significantly more, and we are paying for the convenience. I get it. If you don't want to pay those things, you just go and get it yourself.
Yeah.
But to say as a delivery driver, "F you,"
And say F you
Yeah.
after getting a
that's
tip.
bad.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been stiff before and didn't say F you. I mean, I did it under my breath.
But you can't
You didn't
though.
hear me.
Not if you want to keep a job. Did he think that she wasn't going to call and report him?
Right. Idiot.
Now it's going viral, the whole video, which is on our social media if you want to see it.
And she's like, am I wrong? The video is crazy to me, especially the unedited version. All right, 800-682-1075. What is the biggest tip you've ever received? And what were you doing? Shonda, go ahead.
Hey, I drive Uber, and I got a $150 tip for a 20-minute ride. It was a $20 ride, so.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Was it an accident they gave you a $50 tip? Or
No, in all honesty, it was some guys that came from the strip club. So one guy gave me $100, and it was a split ride, and then I dropped him off. The first guy gave me $100. When I dropped the second guy off, he gave me $50. So I technically end up making $175 for like 20 minutes of work.
You got more than the strippers got.
Yeah.
you didn't show an
I sure
areola
did,
or nothing.
and I didn't have to show anything.
That's the best.
All right, Shonda, thank you. Reminds me of the the shortest Uber drive probably of all time, although Jason had one.
Oh,
is when
yeah.
Squid and I didn't want to get sweaty when we were on our way to Appalachian State.
Uh-huh.
And we're at Sheetz charging my car just to make sure. And we took an Uber from Sheetz to Chick-fil-A in Kernersville, right?
Which
is, I think,
like a block or two?
1,000 feet.
Oh, my God.
And then we're like, once we got there, we don't want to sweat back. So we had to get the same Uber driver to take us back to Sheetz.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you did tip her, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
checking.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
made like $15 and
Oh my
Had
gosh.
to drive 2,000 feet.
45 seconds.
And she just waited for you guys, right?
She
Didn't
did.
she? She
Yeah,
just
she
waited.
did.
She just got Chick-fil-A
It's
and
like,
waited.
why not?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Eric. Eric, what's the largest tip you've ever received, and what were you doing?
The biggest tip I ever got was $300.
Doing what?
I was bartending, and it's actually kind of like a sad story. There was this older lady who was sitting at the bar for her birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and she was waiting for her kids to show up, but no one did.
Oh,
no.
And so I heard her life story, and we were just, talking the whole night. She was there pretty much all night, and she was like, "Thank you so much." And she just gave me the changing, like she gave me the cash, and I was doing the math in my head as I'm trying to give her change. I'm like, and then by the time I turned around, she was gone.
Oh, my
Oh, wow.
gosh.
Wow.
That
That's
is
a
the
big tip.
saddest
You
story
said,
I've ever
you said
heard.
300 or 200? I couldn't.
300.
300. Wow, that is sad. Shame on those kids.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you, do you still work there?
No, this was over like 10 years ago.
Where was it? I would like to
Yeah.
know where she decided to go.
It was a small bar in Virginia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you said
it
they were
was
like Middle Okay. All right, thank you. That is sad.
Yeah.
My kids
Anything, he should have gave her the tip.
I know.
Now she's
No.
out $200 or $300 and no friends
Uh,
or
On
family.
her
Or family.
birthday.
Yeah, waiting for her kids, and they just don't show up.
That's the worst.
Where's Nana? Mickey.
At the bar waiting for you. That's where.
Oh, that's right. Mickey, what's the largest tip you ever got?
Mikey.
Mikey.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Mikey. Go ahead.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I own a hair salon in Eden, North Carolina, and I'm a hairstylist. So one of my clients, she's legally blind, but she had just won a $200 guitar in a raffle, and since I'm a musician, she decided to give that to me as my hair tip.
A guitar.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That is cool. So
Yeah.
basically, she gave you nothing because she won it. But
Exactly.
but you play music, so that makes sense. All right, very cool.
That's
That's cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Mikey.
I'm going to start bartering things for my tips. I'm just going to go looking through my attic and see what I have.
Yeah.
And then go get my hair done and then say,
That's
here is a blanket that I have.
You could give her the toilet that's outside.
I could do that. I could.
My dad actually had a barter business before he got married,
Yeah.
and it was so big. And to get into the business, you paid money, so he had money coming in. But it was so big that he can go into like a car dealership and be like, I got all this credits. And he's like, I'll barter this for that. And he would just get a car. He had it
What?
it was so genius. And then like he moved, and then it was like different laws in different state, and he couldn't do it in North Carolina or wherever he was at the time. But when he told me about it, I'm like, that is the most, he said, I never paid for anything.
Yeah.
I'd walk in like, I need 3 new suits, and he had all these books. This is before the internet, so I don't know how he kept up with all this stuff. And people would do it.
The good old days.
Yeah, barter.
Now money. They just want money.
Stupid money.
I know.
Let's go to, I think, my biggest fan now, Jose. He no longer Jason's.
Yeah, and if he'd stop commenting on my page about how much he loves you too, I would be very appreciative. Posting pictures of my children, and he's like, I'm Jared's biggest fan. I'm like, Jose, I'm about to ban you. 1 second away.
You're about to get banned. All right, Jose, what's the largest tip you ever got?
Well, I told Matt $15, but now that I think about it, I did some Uber delivering food, but the biggest tip I got was $75 doing that.
Nice.
And if I can just comment on that little story I just said about the pizza guy coming to somebody's house.
Uh-huh.
If I'm coming to Jason's house and see his 2 luxury cars in his driveway.
Okay.
That little Oompa Loompa better give me more than $5. I'm gonna make a big deal out of it.
Man, he's turned on you now.
I'm going to ban him from my social media.
Jose turned on him.
What did you do to him?
Dude, you've hurt him.
Yes, you heard.
You have.
Jose,
Block.
well done, Jose.
Hey, I got none of that when I answered the
No.
phone.
They didn't say any of that. No. Let's go to Sam. Sam, what's the largest tip you ever received?
It was $100 to the doctor's office. 5-minute drive. It was $100. Actually, I'm a DoorDash, Lyft, and Uber driver.
Oh, wow.
Now you do it all.
Yeah,
Do you think
I do all 3.
a real quick question for you? Do you think that the $5 tip on the $22 order for the pizza guy is a good tip or a bad tip?
It depends on how far he may have to drive. I don't know how far he had to drive to take that.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can drive 30 minutes, and sometimes you might not get nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
I do know with with pizza delivery places, they have a very finite map
Yeah.
for their
Oh,
stores,
yeah.
and so like they won't deliver certain areas because it's too far out,
Mhm.
and so usually it's within 10 minutes.
But was this guy that the video was that a DoorDash or was it a pizza
He was
place?
He was DoorDash.
So then,
yeah.
that would be a lot different then.
But see, if it's DoorDash, doesn't he have to pick that ride?
That's true.
That's my
Right.
point. Is that you know where you're driving at that
Right.
point,
You
don't
can say
you?
yes or no. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
so-
maybe he thought, well, maybe it's a far drive. Maybe I'll get more of a tip, and that's what disappointed him.
Well, then that's on him for
Well, I
assuming.
agree.
Oh, when I delivered pizza, if it was a super nice neighborhood,
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes there's a couple of neighborhoods in this area that are gated. I always knew it wasn't going to be great. It was going to be
Really?
mid. It'd be mid, like $2 or $3. But if it's an apartment, usually I was excited to go to an apartment because usually it's people in the industry,
I get it.
and you get
Mm.
$5, $7,
Mhm.
$8, $10.
That's
They're like college students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found
It
that.
was very counterintuitive.
Well,
at the
waiting
time.
tables is the same though, because you think, oh, they're big spenders are coming in. Maybe they look a certain way, whatever. And you think, oh, maybe a big tip. Nope, it was always the people that were around your age that were the best tippers.
Yeah.
because they got it.
Yep, they get it. All right, 2 more calls real quick. Matt, what is the largest tip you ever received?
Hey guys, how you doing today?
We're good.
I was Ubering the PTI airport, and Atlanta airport was closed, power outage for 11 hours, so everyone was flying in here. And I picked up a woman that was worried, and she needed to pick a flight in Charlotte, so she gave me $400.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. We pulled out an envelope. This was in a dark parking lot in Charlotte. I said, you want to go inside the hotel and do this? She's like, no, I'll do it real quick. And she had, of course, probably $800,000 or more, and not $800,000, $800, and she gave me 4 of it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Golly.
Dang.
Drug dealers got to get
Very
around.
happy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then when the furniture market happens, I'll do 2-minute rides and get $20 tips, $15, whatever. They're rich, they're happy, and they're drunk. So they want to tip and show off in front of everyone.
Yeah,
I might sign up for
That's
Uber during
it.
furniture market
you should.
and then do like Matt does, rent his house out.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yours, the good news is you don't have to spend any money on gas.
That's right.
Mhm.
Except you might break down.
Well,
but yeah.
there's that. But
Yeah.
if you put that in the notes, like liability, you
Liability.
just say, "I told you"
I could run out of charge,
at any moment.
and then you have to walk. You have to call another Uber.
I drove a shuttle one time for a specific furniture company during furniture market, and it was a free shuttle that company offered for anybody who was there to go to their next stop. So they were paying me regular wage, and so everybody getting on knew it was free. I would still get everybody. Here's a 20. Here's a 20. Here's
nice.
a 20.
Oh,
I mean,
my gosh.
they really do at furniture market. It's just they just don't care.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big spenders. All right, let's go to Megan. Last one, real quick. What's the largest tip you ever received?
Hey guys, good morning.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm a hairstylist, and can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
So I'm a hairstylist, and the biggest tip that I ever received, one of my clients paid for my honeymoon for the whole week at Grove Park Inn in Asheville.
Wow. How much that end up being?
I mean, I never got to see the bill because she set everything up, but I mean, it was a whole week, and she paid for our like breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day,
Wow.
as well, and like spa treatments. Like it was the whole it was like my like
husband and I's dream like vacation because he doesn't like the beach, so he wanted to go to the mountains.
Yeah.
And when I was telling her, that I was getting married, she was like, "Oh, where are you going to go, on your honeymoon?" And I was like, "Probably just like Asheville because we're local."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Okay." So when she came to get her hair done that week, I used to see her like every 12 days. She moved to Canada now, but she would come in and get her hair colored every 12 days. I'm not kidding. And so the last time that I did her hair for that, that week before I left to go to my honeymoon, she was like, "Oh, by the way, like, have you made your reservations yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." She was like, "Okay, well, I actually called and changed it, and I'm paying for it all, and I added some stuff for you."
Oh,
So
my gosh.
I was like, "What?"
That is amazing.
Wow.
I'm looking at
Yeah, it was amazing.
Grove Park Inn right
Yeah.
now. Their classic room, which just means their standard nothing, no frills room, is $400 a night.
That's not including the amenities
Yeah.
and the spa, all
No
the
spa
other things.
stuff.
Yeah.
So she may drop $3,000 or $4,000 on you
Yeah.
guys.
Probably more. Was she an older woman?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's very sweet.
That's so nice.
So she's amazing. So she has a very funny story, but so she's like probably in her like 50s, but she was married. So she's from Canada, and she was married to a surgeon in Canada, and he had an affair with like his, one of his nurses or something, and she got it like kind of like all on, recording, and she had like all this proof, and so she actually just lives off the interest that he has to pay her for alimony. And so
Wow.
don't work, kind of just, like it's just able to kind of, go and do. But the sweetest lady that you will ever meet in your life, like I miss her so much. Like not just the fact that she used to come every 12 days, and when she did come and see me every 12 days, she always gave me like a $40 tip too. So like, it was just always like, I enjoyed her coming, not just for the money, but she was just one of those awesome people and I still stay in contact with her to this day. So.
That's awesome.
Can you give
nice.
her number to Squid?
Yeah. He's looking for a sugar mama. Trying to get that Rolex.
I'm not
That's
opposed.
funny.
He won't get married. That alimony could keep going.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You ain't gonna mess that up. That
Wow.
gravy train.